Hey, y'all.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing? I was not expecting as many people to be here this like on time. Look at y'all. All right. All right, so it's 5:59. Usually when I do any like live webinars, I look really blue. Do I look blue to y'all?
You look good, girl.
I feel like I look blue. Hold on.
Just slightly blue, but it's okay.
Ugh. All right. I look like Casper. I could do Casper, just not blue. Usually anytime I do like any live webinars, we'll start at like 7:03. So give it like 3 minutes. So if y'all want to go get some drink, some non-alcoholic beverage, alcoholic beverages, you need it. Yes. I got a chance to do that. Yeah, so we got 3 minutes. I'm not at home. Not at home. And I didn't know the place that I was flying to was in Central Standard Time and not Eastern Standard Time. So I'm glad that I actually asked somebody when I got here. Because I would have been extremely fashionably late for this walkthrough real quick. But I'm here on time. Hey, y'all. Tiffany!
Hey, I was trying to say something. I forgot I had music in the background, so I had to hurry up and push mute. But what I was going to say, I had the same issue because I'm in Central Standard Time. So that's how I missed a lot of our meetings in our other course.
Right.
But I got it together this time.
Listen, look at you. Check you out. We in here, though. Oh, my goodness. Somebody gonna be mad because I think I can only have 100 people in this meeting.
They better get here.
And we definitely almost there.
Should have been early.
Ooh.
That's all right. Go.
Man. Let me get some water. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Let me there we go. Okay, so it's 7:03, so let's get this show on the road. All right, if you have attended any of my webinars before, y'all know like we're gonna put some information on here. Please ask me questions. So when I started learning how to do tax prep, the person that trained me, it really wasn't a formal class. It was really like, here's your software, here's what you need to do to cover your ass, and we're gonna take it from there. So before I did my class, I'm like, let me do a free webinar, give people a rundown, like kind of an introduction into professional tax prep, and give people the opportunity to actually ask me questions outside of the FAQs, who are actually interested in taking the course. So thanks y'all for showing up for me. I greatly appreciate it. And let's get this thing rolling. If y'all do have any questions, because I'm doing the screen share with Zoom, put them in the chat. When we have the questions segment at the end of the presentation, I'll be able to see them in the chat. All right, so let's get rolling. So most of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. My name is Irene Day. I am based in Cleveland, Ohio. I am the owner of Hannah Financial. So my company offers personal credit repair, tax prep, bookkeeping, and business credit building. And I have officially been in business since 2017, and I have done well over 7 figures in revenue since I started. So just, you know, throwing a little thing out there. So what are we covering today during the webinar? I keep having to move this little video thing around. Why you should start a tax prep business, exactly what you need to prepare taxes professionally, business foundation, like the basics of having tax business or preparing taxes, the systems that I use, how to get paid, and details about the upcoming training that I have on the 20th. So 3 main reasons why you should start a tax business. 1, tax preparation. Even though there are a lot of DIY options like TurboTax, Tax Act USA, the tax prep business is an $11 billion industry. Almost every single person in the United States, whether they are a legal citizen, a national resident, if they have a Social Security number or ITIN, they are legally required to file taxes. Tax prep is also a great additional stream of income if you are already in the financial space. So I started Hannah Financial in 2017. 2018 was the first year that we offered tax prep as a service for Hannah Financial. And 2018 was also the first full year in business that I had. And a good bulk of the revenue that I made that year was in tax prep. How tax prep has helped my company. So I told y'all 2018 was my first full year in business and my first tax season. I did almost $30,000 in tax revenue alone. So outside of, and I came with receipts. outside of credit repair, tax prep, I did almost 30K. And I have separate bank accounts for the different streams of income in my business. So this is a screenshot from my February 2018 statement where I got paid for the bulk of the returns that I did prepare. And I made $24,393 the month of February in tax prep alone, 2018. That was my first season. 2021, this year, was my 4th season doing taxes professionally. And we did, let me move my little camera screen. This screenshot to the right, 95% of my prep fees that I ran through bank products, and I will talk about what bank products are in some more slides. 95.5% of the prep fees that I have charged for people who filed their taxes with us have been paid out, $296,453.41. So very lucrative, and bank products make up about, I want to say 10%, not 10%, 90% of the clientele that I have in my personal tax prep business. So, and my goal for 2022, I want to double what I did this year. Like I almost tripled what I did last season, this season, and I want to double next season from this year, which is possible. So one of the things that's coming down the pipeline, so being a registered tax preparer, I get a lot of like articles and stuff from the IRS. I'm always looking up stuff like in the news to see what's going on with the tax industry, financial industry, especially with just everything that's been going on in general with the economy, COVID, all that great stuff. TurboTax, we are all familiar with TurboTax. I'm pretty sure everybody has filed their taxes using TurboTax. So one of the things that the IRS allows people to do, or a program that they have, is called the free file system. So if you make less than, I think it's $72,000, the IRS gives you the option to file your taxes for free. So TurboTax, H&R Block Online, Tax Act USA, these are all platforms where you are supposed to be able to e-file your federal tax return for free, right? Notice the quotations. So if you have filed your taxes using TurboTax in the past couple of years, and you were under that $72,000 threshold, I'm pretty sure you noticed that you paid for something pertaining to tax prep, right? Whether it was you paid for direct deposit, you paid for maybe your state return. You paid for something. So what happened last year, the IRS and TurboTax were into it, basically, because TurboTax got this funding.
My black shoes. This first.
Hey, can y'all mute yourselves? TurboTax got money from the IRS for the free file system, but the IRS basically told them, y'all are charging people to file y'all taxes because they're charging for all of this other stuff on the back end. So moving forward, TurboTax decided that they no longer want to participate in the free e-file system with TurboTax. So this upcoming tax season, TurboTax will not be an option for people to be able to file their taxes for free. Something else that is coming down the pipeline. The Biden administration and the IRS is trying to basically put legislation in place where banks are required to report deposits and withdrawals from or to the IRS. So if you are somebody, you have a U.S. banking account, whether it's checking or savings, the IRS is basically trying to make it where the bank is required to report income and withdrawals. There are a lot of business owners who play with their numbers, like underreport income, because the less income you report, the less taxes that you have to file. If that does pass, there are a lot of people who typically like to play with their numbers, like to play with their books, that are going to need professional tax assistance. Okay. Something else is coming down the pipeline. And this is stuff that I think that we will see like within the next 3 to 5 years, but it's like on the radar now. We always hear people talk about like how much national debt we are in, right? We print our own money. They print it like notebook paper, give it to everybody, and they just do whatever they want to do with it. So the IRS, this administration has given the IRS has been severely underfunded for like the past 10 years. The IRS has actually given like millions of dollars in this past budget to invest into the IRS, to give them the resources that they need to audit more people. And in that package that they're trying to push, they are trying to remove the option for people to be able to prepare their own taxes. So, again, get in while you can, because this $11 billion industry is going to be a lot more money coming down the pipeline once people are not able to file their own taxes. One of the reasons that they are trying to do this, the tax code is very complex, right? So you hear all the time about all these corporations that are not paying no type of federal taxes whatsoever. And I want to say maybe a third of the tax code is actual personal taxes. So the IRS feels like it's easier to pick on the little people than it is the big people. The little people is where all of these refundable credits are at. So the earned income credit, the child tax credit, the additional child tax credit, the dependent care credit. These refundable credits are the credits where people are getting $5,000 refunds, $9,000 refunds. And the IRS feels like if it removes the option for people to prepare their own taxes that qualify for those credits, that they will be paying out less money in tax refunds, because if you go to a professional, it's going to cut down on the fraud. Because right now, it's a lot of people doing a lot of janky shit in tax prep solely because they have the option to file taxes electronically and make it look like the person whose tax return that is the person that actually filed it. So I think I covered it on the next slide. Why I decided to do my own tax prep training. So when I got into the tax industry, the person that trained me, or my service bureau. So your service bureau is basically somebody that you buy your tax software from, and they're supposed to give you in-season support, right? Because anytime that you buy professional tax software, the software providers themselves, they do not give you training on how to prepare taxes. They do not give you in-season support. If you want to call Drake, Crosslinks, TaxLayer, if you want to call them for tech support, like something pertaining to the software, they have reps Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 during the season to be able to do that. However, if you have questions about a specific tax situation for a tax client, they will not be able to assist you because they do not prepare taxes. So this is why most people who prepare taxes professionally are under a service bureau, because your service bureau should be somebody who is experienced preparing taxes, who can either assist you with preparing, getting geared up for the season, in-season support, or can help you troubleshoot whatever issue it is that you are having with a particular client. I also decided to do this training because I wanted to be able to streamline the training for my new tax employees. So if you do decide to take this training, this will be the same training that the Hannah Financial employees for this upcoming season are taking also. I've also had a lot of people reach out to me about being their service bureau because they have had a similar bad experience like I had. So basically what happened with my service bureau, there are contracts in place as far as fees, et cetera. And I found out that the person that I was in a service bureau contract with, we were in contract that she would make, I think, $60 off of every return on the back end that I made or that I filed. And I found out my second season that she was actually making $140 off of every return that I filed. And if y'all know me, I'm a very smart cookie. So the amount of like assistance, et cetera, that I need for anything is very minimal. Nah. And I also have very low tolerance for people to do janky business. So here we are. Another reason I decided to do the tax prep training is because the IRS, we will see this within the next 5 years, the IRS will no longer allow people to file their own taxes. Like I'm telling y'all, it's coming because it's a lot easier to crack down on little people than it is the big people. And I feel like we see that all the time in many different avenues. So what do you need to prepare taxes? You need an EFIN, which is basically a 6-digit number that you need from the IRS to be able to electronically transmit returns to them. You need a PTIN, which is your preparer tax identification number. So anytime anybody actually prepares the paperwork of a return, if you are a professional preparer, your PTIN is attached to that return. It's on the bottom of the second page of the 1040. EFIN and a PTIN are not the same thing. So everybody that actually prepares a return, you'll need a PTIN for. Anybody who transmits the return, you need an EFIN. You can hold both, but everybody that has a PTIN does not have an EFIN, and everybody that has an EFIN does not have a PTIN. The main difference between the two is with the EFIN, you have to be up to date on all your taxes. So like you can have no tax issues going on, and you have to be able to pass a federal background check. So once you do the EFIN application, we will also be covering that in class. You'll have to request fingerprint cards from the IRS, get them fingerprinted, and mail them back in. You also need professional tax software. So as a tax preparer, you cannot use any of these free file options. It's actually in their user agreements. Like it says, if you are being compensated monetarily to prepare taxes, you cannot use this software to prepare somebody else's taxes. Also, part of due diligence being a professional preparer, your PTIN, like your identifying information, has to be attached to that return. You cannot include your identifying information using these free platforms if you prepare returns for somebody. The bottoms of all of their returns, because they are self-prepared platforms, will say that that return is self-prepared. You will need professional tax training. So people think, like a lot of people that are like DIYers, like, oh, I filed my own taxes, da, da, da. They think it's just putting numbers into software, and it absolutely is not. Like the software is a great tool, great guide to prepare the return, but you still have to know what the hell you're doing with tax prep. Because everybody is not gonna have one W-2, one kid, boom, one and done. Like everybody has very different unique tax situations. Like this past year with tax season, you could claim your 2019 adjusted gross income if you had unemployment in 2020. So unemployment does not count towards the earned income credit because it's not worked income. It wasn't income that you earned, right? Earned income credit. Earned income credit is a refundable credit. So we had almost 100 amendments to do this season because of people that filed their taxes on TurboTax, had unemployment, I got 3 kids. Why is my tax return only $2,000? Because yeah, you're using a software, TurboTax, whatever, but you're not a preparer to know how to work this situation with this tax season, right? This upcoming tax season, especially with these child tax payments, these advanced child tax payments, people are going to need professional help. What else you need? Bank products. So if you guys have ever went to, or even if you didn't go, y'all have seen the H&R Block commercial, Jackson Hewitt commercial, flyer, street sign, something where they'll tell you like, hey, you can come and get your taxes filed and you don't have to pay for your prep fee up front. So basically what they're doing, they are partnered with banks. And if you have a client who qualifies for a tax refund, you partner with a bank, and when their tax refund is funded, their refund goes to the bank takes out whatever your fees were, and then they transmit the difference to your clients, and they transmit the fees to you. So bank products, those same bank products that Jackson Hewitt and H&R Block can offer, you will be able to offer being a professional tax preparer. And I will show you guys how to get set up with that. You will also be able to offer cash advances up to $9,000 with bank approval. So depending on who you want to service, those going to be your money makers right there. Those 2 things right there, bank products. And what else do you need? You just need an iPad, computer, or a laptop. So the professional software that I use is cloud-based. It don't matter if you're on Windows, if you're on iOS or Apple products, no matter if you're on a MacBook, it's web-based, so you can literally prepare taxes anywhere. We talked about the EFIN and PTIN. We will be covering e-services with the IRS. So as a tax professional, this right here, e-services, to get your PTIN and EFIN, we're gonna get that together during class. Covering business foundations. So as a tax professional, you need to have 2 types of insurance. You need to have errors and omission insurance. Actually, not even as a tax professional. If you are doing anything in the financial space, if you are in credit repair, if you're doing taxes, if you are doing like any debt consolidation, any budgeting, anything like that, and you are charging for service, you need to have errors and omissions insurance. If you decide to register as have your business set up as a separate entity, a LLC, S Corp, C Corp, you need to have business insurance. So errors and omissions insurance is basically insurance covering your ass if you make any errors, which are going to happen because you are human. Like, none of us are Apple computers running around here. And as much as I love Apple products, they be messing up sometime too. So errors and omissions insurance, business insurance, and you gonna need tax prep training. Getting paid. So 2 ways of getting paid. We cover what bank products are. You can also invoice clients. So I said like 90% of my clients are clients that use bank products. And we also have a couple of clients who don't qualify for refunds, but they want professional help. Like I had a client last week. She was actually my godmom. She tried to do her taxes. Her bill was like $10,000. She called me, Irene, I ain't want to give you my taxes because you be busy. I got a whole staff. Send me your shit and stop playing. So she was expecting a $10,000 tax bill. We worked her return the correct way, asked the questions we needed to ask. She only got to pay $900 for last tax season. So it's like, yeah, it cost you $600 for that service, but we also saved you $9,000. The refund anticipation loans, so we talked about those, bank products. So many people depend on those. So many people. And I tell people all the time, like as far as pricing, which will be something else that we are covering in class. When I first started, and I think this happens to a lot of people that are business owners, we want to be, I'm not gonna say affordable, but we feel guilty about charging our worth. If you will go to Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block and charge $500 for the exact same products that I can offer you, I'm not charging you $150 for a return. I'm not. So how to do market research, how to price your products, and this is why I put heavy emphasis on experience in customer service. I hope she on here, but one of my cousins worked for Jackson Hewitt past 3 seasons. Guess who was calling me last season asking how do I apply people's 2019 AGI to 2020? You work for a major chain. Why don't you know how to do that? Y'all didn't have like season refreshers? So it's like, no, we're gonna charge our worth. So that'll be something that we are also covering in class. And if y'all need somebody that's gonna tell you like your price is too low, that'd be me. I'm gonna even record like a voice note. So when any of y'all send me questions or doubts about pricing, I'm gonna just send you the voice note. Raise your damn price. So service bureau. If you decide to take the course, I will be your service bureau. What does that come with? In-season tax support. Tax season typically is over in April 15th. So you will have support from me, in-season support until April 15th. Professional tax software at a great price. So if you decide to go direct with any of the major software brands, you are going to pay at least $2,000 for tax support. For tax software, and it's also going to not include in-season tax support. So if you are somebody who is a new preparer, you only been preparing taxes for a year, you might not be doing a lot of high volume, I would definitely recommend you buying software from a service bureau versus buying it directly from the tax software companies, especially if you are somebody that you know you are not a problem solver. There's absolutely nothing wrong with needing or wanting or making sure that you have the guidance of somebody who is more experienced than you. There's nothing wrong with that. The issue arises when people are not honest with themselves. Like I had a lot of people, y'all got the text, right, for the course, for this webinar, because y'all follow directions. All you had to do was text the word tax to 216-279-2232 or whatever the hell that in community number is. I cannot tell y'all how many people text me or message me and was like, hey, I want the link for the webinar. You can't follow simple directions. Why are you trying to prepare taxes? You are somebody who needs a service bureau because you don't like to listen. You like to skim through. You like to do what you want to do instead of doing what you're supposed to do. So yeah, bank products setup. So getting you registered with the bank partners for you to be able to offer the cash advances, for you to be able to give people the option to pay for their tax prep fee out of their tax refund. So even if you don't want to offer the refund anticipation loans or the cash advances, having the option to being able to give people the option to not pay upfront for tax prep, one is going to give you more comfort as a preparer to be able to charge what you are worth. Not charge what you won't, charge what you are worth. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people, like we like to underprice ourselves. So using bank products gives you the opportunity to charge what you are worth. And it's just convenient. I ain't gotta send people invoices, send them reminders, wait for them to pay this so I can transmit this. It's like, no, you decided to use a bank product. I'm done with your return. I'm transmitting it to the IRS. When you get paid, I get paid. And with the bank products, once returns start getting funded, you can actually run reports to see who got funded today. So one of the things, customer service, like I tell y'all know I'm a head case, but I'm big on customer service. When we have, especially like later in the season, after that very first initial drop, if you file with us and we run a report and it's saying the IRS released your return to our bank partners today, so you should be getting your refund tomorrow, you get a call from somebody at the Hannah Financial team to let you know that. And it's little stuff like that that has been able to help me scale year after year, right? Filing tax returns. Did you have a good experience? Cool. You know some people you want to refer to me? Like, people have a problem with asking for reviews, asking for sales, the follow-up. We covering all of that. I want to show y'all what the service bureau fee breakdown looks like. Let me move the little people's heads over here. So these were from my first and second season under the service bureau I had. So this is what the back end of fees look like. So if you are somebody, you have a client who is using bank products to pay for their refund, the bank typically charges $39.95 depending on which bank partner that you use. That fee, you will never be able to negotiate that fee. Sometimes they'll have like rebates depending on how the refund was dispersed. Like if you use like a Walmart money card, sometimes it's like a $10 rebate, but you don't get your rebates until the end of the season. Line 2, tax prep fee. So this client, her prep fee was $600. Transmission fee. This is usually paid to the software company, $97. Service bureau fee. So my service bureau, the person I bought my tax software from, $69, for a total of $805.95. So second season, I found out that the contract that I was under basically was null and void. So here's the thing about contracts. If you are ever in contract with somebody and they have hidden fees that are not included in the contract that they are collecting, that contract is no longer valid. That contract will not hold up in court. So if you are in a situation that I was in where I found out, oh, this transmission fee should have been $30 and you inflated it by $70, $60, you just voided our contract. So she wouldn't unlock my EFIN, but I found a way around that too. So if you are somebody who is in contract with somebody doing some janky shit on your back end, we have a solution for that as well. These were my fees my second season. My transmitter fee, oh, that went down $50. Look at God. My service bureau fee went down $10. However, I tell people one of the things that I pride myself in, I'm a lot of things, I make a lot of mistakes, I'm human. There is not a person alive that can say they did business with Irene Natasha Day and I did some janky shit to them in business. Not a soul. They might have told you I was in my feelings about some shit. They might have told you I cussed them out, and I probably shouldn't have, because it just might have been miscommunication. But nobody can tell you that we were in contract with, we agreed to a contract where I was your service bureau and I was getting paid $69 a return, and I was really making almost $200. Nobody. So those of you who are currently under another service bureau and you are looking to switch, my back end fees, so typically service bureau fees, or like the back end fees, I call them the cost of doing business or business fees. Typically those fees can be between, I have seen them between $200 and $400. Okay. So this is probably what your current service bureau fees look like. My commitment to everybody taking the course this season is that your back end fees for people who just want refund, like to pay for their prep fee out of their refund using bank products, your back end fees will be less than $100, which is 50% of what people are typically charging right now, if not more. Ms. Lambert, I see you shaking your head like, yeah. Systems to sell. So the three main systems that I use in my business, my cloud-based software, Tax Dome to manage my clients. So one of the things that I had to learn the hard way, your professional tax software should be used solely for that. It should not be used as a system to house your client documents. It should not be used as a system to deliver your client documents. So the tax software that I use, it does come with a mobile app. You can deliver documents and collect signatures through the app, but you should always, as a professional preparer, one, is part of your due diligence as a preparer, and two, people do funny shit. And if you ever decide to switch systems, you don't ever want to be in a position where I wanted to switch systems and now I have lost all of my client files because I have uploaded all of that into my professional tax software. So Tax Dome is the CRM that I use to manage and house my client files. Even if y'all don't decide to take my tax course, if you are preparing professional taxes, you need to invest in TaxDome. Cognito forms. Intake and client information is extremely important. We see all the time shit getting hacked over here. Somebody's information got leaked over here. I'm Ryan Leslie and somebody done stole my computer and I got all these hits on it. Like, we see information be breached all the time. I use Cognito forms. I have used Cognito forms for the past 4 seasons. It is very easy to customize. You can upload, like your client can literally attach documents to the form, and it is very secure. Everything in Cognito forms that is submitted to you from your clients is fully encrypted. Client security, information security as a professional tax preparer should be your top priority, especially with everything that's going on. We will be covering these systems in the training. Whoo, what's included in the course? Y'all, we almost done. I see y'all over there. See y'all over there. Proper business formation, IRS e-service registration. We will have live weekly calls. So a lot of the content will be in a learning platform. So I want to say it's self-paced, but it's not, because every week, whatever was released the previous week, we covering it the next week. It is very important that even though this class is semi-self-paced, that you guys are keeping up with everything, sending in your stuff with the IRS in a timely manner, because come November, it's a whole lot of people that be doing taxes and wait to the last minute. The IRS is already still behind from COVID and from their IRS system being the iPhone 7 and y'all trying to put iOS 15 on it. You don't want January 15th to come and you don't have what you need to be able to prepare taxes. So yeah, the course is self-paced, but no, it ain't self-paced. Like, it's self-paced in a sense where if you want to decide to do the learning platforms at 2 a.m. on Monday, you are absolutely well within your right, but it's not self-paced in a sense where, oh, the module opened 3 weeks ago, I get to it in a second. We're not doing that. If you know that you do not have the time commitment or the personal commitment for this, do not sign up for class. And if you have taken any of my classes before, you know I will call you out on your shit. So if we in week 4 and you asking me questions about something that was covered in week 1, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. I'm gonna make you feel real bad until you catch up and decide that this money I invested in this course, I'm taking seriously. And this money that I can get this upcoming season, I'm taking seriously. No revenue splits. I'm not doing no revenue splits. A lot of times when you buy professional tax software, people will be your ERO or be your EFIN holder. And if you don't have an EFIN, they'll let you use their EFIN, or they'll be your ERO and, oh, well, you got to pay me 20% of your prep fee and you keep 80. I'm not doing no revenue splits. So if you or a business partner cannot obtain an EFIN, don't take this course. Unless you sign up for the Hannah Financial Partner. Those will be the only people who will be provided EFINs if they need them, because they will be 1099. Professional tax software. So the software that I will be giving you guys is included in your tuition. If you decide to get this software on your own, this software will be $2,000. Private Facebook group. Come ask y'all questions. Facebook and me don't get along, so my lives will not be in Facebook. They will be in Zoom. I'll probably post when I'm going live in Zoom. It'll be an announcement section in the course also, but our actual lives will be hosted on Zoom, because me and Mark got beef and it don't be doing good for me. You will have the option to be able to offer cash advances up to $9,500 this season. The secure client intakes and agreements that I have, you will have access to those in the course. COVID relief tax updates, we will be covering those. Anybody with software access, you will have unlimited e-filing using the software, unlimited state returns, custom mobile app. So even though the software will be branded to the name of my software company, if you decide to use the mobile app, whatever your company is, that's what your clients are going to see. So your logo will be on the mobile app. 22 hours of IRS approved continuing education. So part of your due diligence as being a professional preparer, you got to be up to date with what the hell is going on. So every year, I think the minimum requirement is 18 hours. I am giving y'all 4 additional hours because the COVID stuff, I want y'all to have those continuing education hours. In-season tax prep support. So if you have questions, you need assistance during the season, I will be available until April 15th. Customer funnel templates. I will show you guys how to build sales funnels using another system. If you don't know what a sales funnel is, it's basically, it's like you'll have a landing page, you'll have a scheduler, you'll have a nurturer to keep following up with people. That is something that also helped me this year with scaling the way that I did this season. And Hannah Financial, if you guys are familiar with Anna, I'll be posting her all the time. She is QuickBooks. She's a QuickBooks Pro advisor. So she's certified with QuickBooks Pro online. She will be holding a mini bookkeeping course in our tax training. So y'all will have bookkeeping basics for business clients. So Schedule C clients, basically like self-employed people, LLC people. We will not be covering corporate tax preparation. I am doing an advanced tax course next season. We will not be covering corporate taxes this year. But y'all need to know how to build the house and the doors and everything before y'all get to the bells and whistles. And corporate tax is really the bells and whistles. So yeah. And course pricing. So it's $997 if you decide to do one-time payment. If you need to split up the payments, it'd be $597 each. And if you want to do the Hannah Financial Partnership, that'd be $24.97. We got 2 more slides, y'all. What's the difference between the regular course and the Hannah Financial Partnership? So with the partnership, everything that's included in the regular course is included in the partnership, but you will basically be marketing under the Hannah Financial brand. All marketing material will be provided and approved by me. You will not be able to do your own marketing material. Hannah Financial is trademarked, like what Denzel Washington say, just Blue Magic, Pepsi, this is a brand name. Hannah Financial is a brand name. You will have year-round tax preparation support. So you can prepare taxes professionally all year round, minus the 1 week in December where the e-file system is closed for maintenance. You will be featured on the main Hannah Financial website in our tax partner directory. You will become part of an established brand. You'll get a copy of the tax book, which is the top rated tax prep resource. It's been like the top rated resource for like the past 12 seasons. You'll get some Hannah Financial merch, so the Hannah Financial swag box, and I will be covering customer service training with you to make sure how you handle clients and your level of customer service is the level of customer service and how we handle clients at the main office. And questions. Oh no, let me stop the share so I can see the chat. Ooh. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Okay. So got a bunch of hellos. Hey y'all. Another reason I sat out this season, I was afraid of having to do amendments with no support. Listen, once you do one amendment, you've done them all. The hardest part about making sure that you have, the hardest part about doing amendments is making sure that you have the original return. And a lot of times people will just send the first 2 pages that are 1040. Nah, bleed, I need all 67 pages, like all of it. But once you have the original return, it's real easy to make the corrections that you need to. I thought you hated voice notes. I do. But I'm gonna send them to y'all all day. I tell people all the time, like, it's levels to this shit. Like, clients know, don't DM me. I pay. I got people on payroll for customer support for you. You're not giving customer support in my DMs. Anybody that's taking my courses, y'all know. Don't be in the DMs. you better drop these questions in this Facebook group because this is what I'm committed to checking. I'm not committed to checking my DMs. If you have DM me and I did respond back, it's because I probably just wasn't doing shit and I just happened to be in my DMs. But like, especially when tax season come around, I'm literally in the office 7 days a week, 6 days on a good week. Checking my DMs is not a priority because the people who have paid for access, the people who are students who are priorities, y'all know how to communicate with me, and it ain't in my DMs. But yes, I hate voice notes, but I'm sending them to y'all all the time because I'm aggravating, and y'all be all right. Your company was well informed with the new IRS COVID laws, and it was a great help. Thank you. What do you think about FormSite in comparison to Cognito? So I use FormSite for the intake for my credit repair clients only because they don't attach files. I prefer Cognito for my tax clients because, well, FormSite do let you attach files, but I just like Cognito better. Like, so I use Cognito for my tax stuff and I use FormSite for my credit repair stuff. Will you advise which software you use? I have registered and paid for the class. I'm currently preparing it under another service bureau and plan on leaving this season, but would still want support. I was in the process of purchasing software next week. If you take this course, you won't need software. It will come with software. What days and times are the classes? I will announce these weekly because my life doesn't have a set schedule. I usually go live around the same time though, so 7 p.m. EST, because I am in Eastern Standard Time when I'm at home. But you guys will have the live schedule week to week. And if you miss a live training, the live videos will be available within 48 hours in the learning platform. I know you said all states. Will this course include CTE hours for California? No. If you do need CTEC hours for California, I can get them for you at a discounted rate. But the CE hours that are included in the course are for federal only. When is the deadline to sign up? The 17th. Can you prepare with just a P10? I need to get my 2019 taxes done and don't know if they will be processed in time if I try to do them now. No, you will need an EFIN. Only way you will be able to prepare with just a P10 is if you do the partner option. Hello, thank you very much. The Standard Financial offer tax services for lottery winners. Yep, just gotta have your documentation. I owe 10K to the IRS. If I'm on a payment plan, I'll be able to get my P10 and EFIN. You should be able to. You just can't be in collections, to my understanding. Two questions outside of the partnership fee. How much do we got to pay for the setup of a tax prep? So the other stuff that you will be paid would just be the cost of doing business. So like your LLC, for the additional systems like TaxDome, if you decide to use TaxDome, that's another fee. I buy TaxDome keys in bulk, so I get them at a discount, but I think it's like $600 for the year, which is literally not even 2 whole tax returns. What happens when you prepare the tax return and the person owes, but you didn't make the payment in advance? You probably not gonna get paid. Are there any other payment arrangements? 2 payments is a bit steep for me. I honestly would not suggest you taking the course because if the 2 payments is steep, you're gonna have to make other investments in your business to get your business off the ground. And I don't want you to just pay for the course and then not be able to pay for the other stuff that you need. Sorry, I went a tad fast for me on the last slide. I thought you said my logo would be on my stuff. If you do the partnership option, you do not have the option to prepare taxes or have anything branded to yourself. That's why it's Hannah Financial Partnership and not just tax partnership. Will we get marketing samples in the class? Yes, ma'am. Under the Hannah Financial Partnership, would I have to build my own clientele? Yes, ma'am. If we become a partner with Hannah Financial, would we be able to have a separate credit business later? No. Do you have Your tax business automated to a point, specifically do you automate Cognito to tax dome? Yes. Do you recommend having a separate bank account for tax prep if I already have credit repair or consultation? Yes, 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 yes. For every stream of income that I have under Hannah Financial, I have separate bank accounts. So I have separate bank accounts for my service bureau stuff. I have a separate bank account for my tax prep. I have a separate bank account for my credit repair business. I have a separate bank account for Hannah Financial University, which is my learning and digital products. So Chase be tired of me because they be like, Irene, which bank account you taking money out of today? Just this one right here, that's all. But yeah, no, you need different business accounts for different stuff. Errors and omissions and business insurance cover both income and tax credit repair. Yeah, so when you get errors and omissions insurance, you're gonna tell them that you're in financial services. And they're gonna ask you like what type of work do you do with those financial services, and your insurance will cover your business. So if you do taxes and credit repair under the same business, it will cover your business. How much is insurance fees is going to be based on your credit and where you are at. How soon do you recommend marketing for the upcoming season? We are starting our marketing campaigns in November. If you are in IRS collections, you will not be able to get an EFIN. Do we take the IRS tax? Are you talking about I think it's the AFTR, the annual refresher? You will have the continuing education hours. If you want to do the AFTR, I can get that to you for a discount, but that's not included in the course, just your continuing education hours. Will this course be good for a beginner with no knowledge? Yes. If you are somebody who likes to skim through information though, tax prep is not for you. I know that you said that you run your tax and CRO business separately. Is a suggestion or very necessary? When you say separately, like in separate bank accounts, being a professional preparer, I think is important. If you have different streams of income under one entity, it's very important that you keep those funds separate. And if you are licensed and bonded, which you should be if you are performing credit repair services, it's very important that you are keeping those funds separate from any other income that you have. If we are already in the financial industry and want to add tax prep instead of with a separate bank account, what happens if one of your businesses is sued? It don't matter if it's in a separate bank account or not. So if somebody sues me on the credit repair side, because Hannah Financial, we're an S Corp now. Hannah Financial Corporation, since it's everything that I run is under Hannah Financial, all of my assets under Hannah Financial would be at risk. But that's why you also we are licensed and bonded. I have business insurance and I have errors and omissions insurance. And I also have 2 very good attorneys. Did you prepare the majority of the returns your first season? I prepared all of my returns every season with the exception of this season, and I did not get help this season until mid-February. We have to maintain hours of some sort. How much would you say the startup cost is? So this year, the continuing education hours that you need for the IRS are included in your tuition with this course. Will the software you provide have the ability to add additional users if I have employees? Yes. When you say insurance, are you referring to the bond? No, bonds and insurance are 2 completely different things. Did you cover how the partnership works in this webinar as far as does our clients stay with us? Your clients are your clients. So basically, you know how you buy a Jackson Hewitt franchise? You are responsible for marketing. You are responsible for doing your due diligence with your clients, communication with your clients, intaking your clients. If you are a Hannah Financial partner, it's the same thing. It's basically like you got your own Hannah Financial tax office. But any marketing material that you have has to be approved by me, because you're not just sticking the Hannah Financial logo on some shit that you had your cousin make in Canva. So yeah. Like brand visualizations. I don't know if y'all noticed, but like I'm real big on how stuff looks aesthetically. So it's very important to me that that people are just not doing what they want to do with the Hannah Financial logo. Like if you ever go to any H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt, if you actually look, they all look the same. Like all of their marketing material is the same. All of their color schemes are the same. All of their business cards are the same. Same thing. Did you have fun with us at dinner in Dallas? I absolutely did. I got it signed up for the partnership and plan to get a suite. Does it have to be approved by? Nope. If you decide to get a suite, y'all know I'm good for popping up on people. I'll be putting my little companion pass to use. But yeah, no, if you are a Hannah Financial partner, 9 times out of 10, you'll be preparing taxes virtually. But if you are somebody who does value, if you have an office, I absolutely would like to come visit you. Well, all of the customers come from us being a partner. No, you will be responsible for marketing your Hannah Financial office. So how do we sign up? www.hannahfinancialuniversity.com. I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, it's also in my link thing on Instagram. All of the customers. So 9,500 advance approval amounts based on our credit or what are the qualifications. So the bank will never tell you what their underwriting standards are. But the bank is the person that declines or approves the person for the cash advances. That is not something that you have any control over. Because that money that's being advanced is not your money, it's the bank's. Hi, Irene, will you be offering this course again, or is this a one-time thing? This course will be held once a year. Once a year. So after this, and it's a 10-week course, after this course is over this year, this course will not be available again until next season. Or next year, to gear up for the following tax season. How long is the training? Will we have everything we need when we complete the course? Yes. You know, I'm lying. No. Only because depending on how long it takes for your EFIN to come back. But everything else, software, training, your continuing education hours, if you do the AFTR refresher with the IRS, that has to be done by December 31st of this year. But everything else that you need as far as like getting your system set up, your software, etc., as long as you have your EFIN by the end of this year, your software will be set up. Can you put up the differences between the partnership and the course again? I'm actually sending out the replay for this. So, yeah. Will the bank products, when we submit for the advance, will be multiple banks? No, you can only transmit, because the way that the bank products work, you have to actually transmit the return. And when you transmit the return to the IRS, there is no like pause or stop. When you transmit the return with the bank product attached to the IRS, their return and bank product application also goes to the bank. And since you cannot e-file any tax returns more than once, you cannot submit more than one bank application for an applicant. Can we rejoin next season too for just additional training? So I will have annual refresher trainings for people who have already taken a course. So like existing service bureau clients, like they'll have a separate refresher training from the people who are taking the initial training. We will also have the option, I want to say like 60 days. If you don't want to take the training, but you just want to purchase the software, that will also be an option for you. But if you do not take the training, I will not be available for you for in-season support. You will only have software support, and that will come from the software, my software provider, not from me. Is there an exam or test at the end of the course, or how do you decide if someone will be? There will be quizzes throughout the course. What was the biggest challenge you overcame preparing taxes post-COVID or during this? Whoo, baby. Everything. This season was a complete shit show. Twice, with a little bit of shit on the side. And it was a lot of, it was a lot of stuff going on. So the IRS opened later than it usually does this season. The IRS also made major system changes the day after the IRS opened. And I don't know if y'all have ever been one of them people who had like a real old iPhone and then tried to upgrade it and then your iPhone started doing all types of crazy stuff. That's basically what's happening with the IRS system, because the IRS computers, like the actual hardware that they use to process tax returns at the IRS system, is the same system that they have been using since the 70s. And they are making software changes to go along with the changes that we are dealing with COVID. So everything with these child tax payments, these stimulus payments, all of those are also ran through the same IRS system that processes tax returns. So what happened this season is tax returns were literally stuck in the system. So like we had, I wanna say beginning of April, we had like 60 people who had filed early February, end of January, whose returns were accepted by the IRS, and they couldn't even track their return or anything on the IRS website because their shit was literally just stuck in the system. And it was nothing that you could do but just wait for them to do whatever they needed to do to get the returns unstuck. Should we try to get our EFIN and PTIN now? Sure. It would definitely help speed up the process and to make sure that you have what you need for, because typically they say to get an EFIN is like a 6-week process. If you are somebody who already has an EFIN and you are under a service bureau who got you in some crazy ass Suge Knight contract, if you go into e-services and apply, you can apply for a second EFIN. You'll have that EFIN in 2 business days. That's if you already have an existing active EFIN, okay? But if you are somebody, this is your first time getting an EFIN, it should take about 6 years for you to get it. I already have a PTIN, but expired years ago. Yep, you need it. You need a new one. And you got to pay for them now. I think they're like $30. Death row tax records, like, y'all, for real. Ms. Lambert, I see you over there cracking up because that's me and her were literally in the exact same boat. And I was like, girl, come on over here. I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. There are issues with the IRS rerouting the payment goes. We discussed how to recover money from that. So that's honestly just case by case. What happened or what happens, and you guys will see this during tax season, especially if you are somebody who deals with a lot of bank product clients like Hannah Financial. I'm not gonna say people be irresponsible when it comes to banking, but I'm somebody, I don't like new shit, right? Unless it's cars, shoes, bags, electronics. I don't like new stuff. So it's like if I have an established financial relationship somewhere, like the very first bank account I ever had was with US Bank. I had that bank account, I've had that bank account a very long time. What you will find out, or what you will see with a lot of clients who use bank products, they are not good at keeping banking relationships. So if they have like delays on their return, sometimes the account route number that they gave you the end of January ain't the same account route number that they got the end of February. That's not your problem. In that situation, hopefully their address that they used to file with you in January is the same address that they have at the end of February. In that case, the IRS will send that direct deposit back. I mean, the bank will send the direct deposit back if it went to a closed account. You will have the option, your client will have the option to either update their direct deposit information online, or the IRS will send them a live check. I applied for an EFIN last September and it's been stuck in suitability this whole time. I call the IRS every week and they just keep telling me to wait. It might have been something with your EFIN application, because usually suitability is either something with your taxes or you didn't answer the suitability questions in your EFIN application the correct way. Is there a way to check my EFIN to make sure it is not tied up elsewhere? I was sent the email that the agreement ended. That might have happened because you didn't update your e-file or your EFIN application every year. You would have to contact the IRS directly to troubleshoot that though. I'm not going back over the partnership difference. Once I upload this to somewhere, I'll like post the link in my link thing for y'all. It's also posted on the website. So if you go to www.hannafinancialuniversity.com and you click on the partner thing where it says like sign up now, it'll include the breakdown. Ooh. And Karina, you funny for death row tax records, but like Pete, listen. It be some stuff going on in the financial space, but yeah. Is there a way to check my EFIN to make sure it's not tied up elsewhere? I was sent an email that the agreement ended with the service bureau. Depending on your service bureau, you might be able to use your current EFIN for this upcoming season, but if not, and you received an email that your agreement ended, then you shouldn't have a problem with using that same EFIN. And if you do, you can just apply for a new EFIN and e-services and you'll have it in 2 days since you already have an existing EFIN on file. Listen, business integrity, baby, is vintage, timeless, and scarce, okay? I'm gonna do 2 more questions. So y'all give me 2 more questions and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Ms. Lambert, you ain't got no questions?
I've asked all my questions. Thank you very much.
Okay. You know, I like calling y'all out. Mm-hmm. Do we have to have our business set up already before applying for a piece in an EFIN? No, you don't. All right, somebody give me one more.
May I speak my question? You mind, Irene?
Yeah, girl, go ahead, girl.
Okay, cool. So it's too much to type. My thumb's raggedy. So to my understanding, with taxes or the market for taxes being broken down into personal, business, corporate, what have you, would you say the main distinction in who you would market to would be pricing? Like, is that kind of what sets your demographic apart? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So
okay.
Personal and I'm not gonna say personal and business taxes are the same. The difference between like LLC taxes and corporate taxes, LLC taxes, one, are filed with your personal taxes. A lot of people think, oh, because I'm an LLC, like my business taxes is filed separate from my personal taxes. No, because the IRS does not recognize the LLC designation as a separate business designation. So your LLC taxes get filed with your personal taxes, right? So pricing wise, it just depends on who your niche client is. So like, I don't do corporate taxes. I know how to do corporate taxes. I have to do that in a completely different software from the cloud-based software. And I feel like everybody got to know what they like. And the only reason I'm even touching on corporate taxes or even know how to do corporate taxes is because I'm seating for parts 2 and 3 of the enroll agent exam. So I have to know how to do corporate taxes. But as somebody starting out, you're not going to be starting out doing corporate taxes. The only people, honestly, that start out doing corporate taxes are people who are like CPAs that work for accounting firms who actually do corporate taxes. Because one of the things that people don't know, less than 13% of CPAs are actually tax professionals or people that prepare taxes. And I don't say that to like no shade to CPAs, but most CPAs fry much bigger fish than some goddamn individual tax returns. Like, but us being individuals that are not CPAs or not people in the financial space, we don't know that. We just assume, oh, it's a CPA, they file taxes. No, accounting and tax preparation are two completely different things. Two completely different things. I think as far as pricing or demographic, it's really just who you want to serve. Like, I grew up in the hood, broke as fuck. My mother was at H&R Block in Jackson Hewitt every January, that last week of January, until I moved out of her house. So it's like, oh, I want to do what they doing.
Yeah.
And starting out, that's not just, they don't have super complex tax returns. Literally, I want to say the hardest part about tax prep this season, aside from the stupid shit with the IRS, is yelling at my clients for fucking up y'all exemptions. You ain't got no kids. Why you ain't filed tax? No, why you ain't paying no federal taxes all year? What are you doing? And I talk to them just like how I talk to y'all. Like, they got thick skin. They know. I'm gonna yell at you. But yeah, like it's really usually just like stuff that they got going on, like not giving me the documents that I need. Oh, you had another kid? I need their social security number. Oh, you trying to claim your cousin's kid? Did that kid live with you? You got school records for them? Honestly, that type of stuff, and I call it covering your ass, CYA. That's the hardest part of tax prep, and just paying attention to what the hell you're doing. So I tell people, like, if you are somebody who likes to skim through information, or oh, I kind of watched this video, but I think I'm about to be in the Facebook group asking questions about the shit that I answered very clearly in the video, I'm gonna call you out on your shit. And I hope you feel bad to the point where you actually take this shit seriously and don't skim through the information. But pricing wise, like, I tell people all the time, I'm not your auntie doing your shit on TurboTax. Like, the same products that you can get from H&R Block is the same products that you can get from Hannah Financial, and my pricing reflects that. Like, you can actually come into my 3,000 square foot office and get your taxes filed, where I pay $2,400 a month in office rent. No, I'm not charging auntie prices.
Right.
But yeah, it's really just who you want to serve. But I think being a new preparer, you need to start with individual and business first before you move to corporate.
Gotcha. Okay. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. It's not their fault. The new W-4s are retarded. So a lot of the new W-4s, the new W-4s, like if you were in the old system with your employers, they did not convert into the new W-4s the correct way, right? So I did see a lot of that. But there's a difference between you underpaying in taxes and you not paying in taxes at all. And then I cannot tell y'all how many people got some dumbass coworker that told them, yeah, girl, pay your, have them hold taxes out of your check for the first 6 months and then don't pay no taxes the second 6 months. But then you qualify for all these refundable credits that you are letting the IRS eat. I tell people, for every $1 in federal taxes you do not pay during the year, you missing out on $2 in your tax refund for that. So it's like, pay that shit during the year so you double up come tax season. But so many people like get tax advice from people that don't know shit about how the game work or how the system works. And that's
It's
probably
Keisha.
like the most
Keisha?
What can I get for you?
Can I get a Cobb salad with the ranch?
Keisha, you need to be on mute, girl.
Yes. A medium fry with Polynesian and a cookie.
Anything else?
No.
So I have Cobb salad with regular medium fry with Polynesian and a cookie.
Uh-huh.
It's $12.50.
I
Would
feel
you like
bad
me to
about
keep it?
Yes.
Keisha having her order on here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And I don't know how to mute her. Lord, I'm done. you are learning how to prepare taxes federally. So you can prepare federal taxes in all 50 states. Unless you are in New York and California, and I will show you guys, if you are in those states, what you additionally need to do to be able to prepare taxes in those 2 states. I'm dead. All right. That was the last 2 questions. When I get this downloaded and uploaded, I will post the link. I will post the link in my little link tree. We need a New York Pete. Girl, you don't even need, well, you need that, but you don't need that. You know, it's workarounds for everything.
The guru, she always got to work around something.
Listen, if I ain't gonna do shit, I ain't gonna play all out no money, and I'm gonna have a workaround for some shit. All right. But no, so I'm gonna post the playback once I get back to Cleveland. When did I leave? Monday? I think I leave Monday. Oh yeah, because the Browns game is Sunday, Kansas City, which is why I'm in fucking Missouri right now. But that's another. Woo! I didn't know that. Oh yeah, no. But yeah, so I'll be here until Monday. So I probably won't post this until Monday. But if you guys do want to sign up for class, the link www.hannafinancial.com. Class officially starts on the 20th, but I think we have orientation on the 17th. I think it's the 17th. It's on the website. I worked real hard on that website, y'all. But it's on the website. And I will post a link for the playback sometime next week. It'll probably be Monday or Tuesday, just depending on like how behind on stuff I am when I get back to Cleveland. But thanks y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. And if y'all took any pictures during the course, make sure y'all tag me so I can repost them because I didn't.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Listen, bye y'all.